Which part of Austin does he live in? South, north, east,
I
west?
believe it's right outside of Buda. I think that's North
Oh
Austin.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's south, but it's way south.
yeah,
Okay,
yes.
we call that almost San Antonio.
Okay,
All
yes.
right.
He's kind of far.
This courtroom hearing starts off routine, but quickly reveals serious tension between the parents. Ms. Williams is asking for safer child exchanges, hinting at deeper issues beneath the surface. What really happened after that conference? Stay tuned as it unfolds. And don't forget to subscribe for more intense courtroom breakdowns and real legal drama.
Regarding visitation, the state has no interest in that, Your Honor. I asked for you to make an appropriate ruling on the exchange location. As for non-disclosure, the state's position on that is for you to be able to hear the evidence of what happened after the child review negotiation conference that was on October 6th. And then for you to take that in consideration and make an appropriate ruling on whether Miss Williams should get non-disclosure. I can say for the exchange location, Miss Williams has advised the state that she would prefer it to be at the Killeen Police Department. And right now it is at the standard per residence. So
All right.
that's it, Your Honor.
All right, well, I get some information from Mr. Williams to see why this is warranted, but it sounds like it may be. So let's find out from one way or the other. So at this time, the state has made their opening statement. Ms. Williams, at the end of the hearing, if you wish to make a closing statement, you can do so, ma'am. You're your own legal representative. But this time, I'm going to let the state call you as a witness and get the information to see what the setup is, whether or not this court will allow the exchange to take place at KPD and the reason for such. So at this time, ma'am, please raise your right hand. Ms. Williams, you solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you're going to give here today is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you very much. You can put your hand down, ma'am. I'll go ahead and let the state call you as a witness, and we'll proceed from there. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. State call Shavante Williams. What is your full name?
Shavante Danielle Williams.
So what are the full names of the children in this case?
I have Ashton Capri Dorsey, and then Peyton Nicholas Creed Williams.
And then when was Ashton born?
May 25th, 22.
And how old is Ashton?
3.
When was Peyton born?
June 27, 24.
And how old is Peyton?
1.
So, what issue of family violence, including physical abuse, verbal threats, or assaults, since the child review process negotiation conference on October 6, 2025, have occurred?
So, a few days after the paternity results came in, Cedric began to text me that he wanted to pick up Ashton only, which in my case, both children are yours. Nothing's wrong with them. You can take them both or leave them. At that point, Cedric began to text me that he was going to shoot me in the face and that he could get to me before Killeen Police Department could.
And so you said a few days after the results came back.
Right.
When did the results come back then?
So I believe we had court that Monday or Tuesday. So the paternity results for Peyton would have came in. We had that whole little hearing that day. Cedric texted me, I think it was the 12th, October 12th, I believe.
And Your Honor, for the court's information, October 6th, the day of the conference, was a Monday, and October 12th is a Sunday.
Okay, thank you.
What was there any police involvement in this incident?
Yes, sir. So I contacted Killeen Police Department. They came over. I gave that information to the attorney who was assisting my case at that time through child support, Miss Brianna. When I filed the case, I was placed under Detective Yost. Detective Yost and I have had one conversation since then, being that I guess he also works homicide. Colleen's been pretty active lately. I cannot get back in contact with Detective Yost.
So, did you file a police report?
Yes, sir, I did.
And as far as you're aware, are there any like pending like actions by the state against Mr. Dorsey because of this?
In that case, as far as I know, yes, but again, I have not spoken with the detective outside of our initial conversation, so I can't give a, guaranteed answer.
Other incidents after this
Not
one?
more so physical threats towards myself, but more so he wants to take Ashton and I should have aborted Peyton and that type of nonsense. But it's only coming through text messages and then his Facebook Messenger to my Facebook Messenger.
So I mean, just to be clear that I understand, so y'all have communicated after that, but there hasn't been any more times where he's threatened you or physically assaulted you or anything like that.
No, he's communicated. I don't respond.
And have any of these communications had any of these threats?
No, I physically seen Cedric after that. He popped up to my house December the 24th. So the day before Christmas. There was no threats, but he had one of his other children with him. So I did allow him into my living room with myself, the two kids, but I had company here as well. So I wasn't in any fear of anything at that time. Outside of that, I have not seen nor talked to Cedric physically. He did text me he texted me on our last court visit.
All right.
Yeah.
I think we're good, ma'am.
Yeah.
Uh, pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right, man. When was the last time he's actually seen either of the children?
Together, he's seen them December the 24th.
Okay, that's the last time.
Yes, sir.
Okay, does he give a reason for only taking one of the children?
That I should have aborted Peyton. That's the only thing I get. So I don't.
I'm sorry. What was that again, please?
That I should have had an abortion with Peyton. So Peyton is basically not his. So I don't indulge in that. The results are that he's his.
And how many visits does he? Okay, what age are the children again, please?
Ashton is 3. Peyton is 1.
Okay. And how much visitation in the past has he had with Ashton?
Prior to moving out of Killeen, I would probably say 15 times out of the year.
Okay. And well, after where does he live now? Do you know?
Austin.
All
I
right.
think
So
it's
it's not
north.
that. It's some days it's an hour drive, some days it's a 5-hour drive. I get it. All right. All right. But and since he's moved to Austin, how often has he seen the older child?
Probably about five times or so. I've taken Ashton out there.
Okay. Which part of Austin does he live in? South, north, east,
I
west?
believe it's right outside of Buda. I think that's North Austin.
Oh yeah, that's south, but it's way south. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
We call that almost San Antonio.
Okay. Yes. He's kind of far.
All right, man.
Here's where things get complicated. The father allegedly refuses to acknowledge one child while demanding visitation with the other, raising serious legal and emotional concerns. Courts prioritize the best interests of both children equally. Do you think selective parenting should impact visitation rights, or should the court enforce strict compliance regardless of personal feelings?
All right, then. Has he ever had any visitation with Peyton?
No, he doesn't acknowledge Peyton when he's come over here prior.
This was a very unusual one. So because this crops up every now and then, and it's usually because the child's a baby and they don't have the wherewithal to take care of a 1 and 2 year old. And believe me, I'm too old to do that myself these days. So yeah, because they at 2 years old they are so much faster than I am. So yeah.
Yeah.
So okay. All right then. All right. Any other questions at this time, Mr. Welch?
No, Your Honor.
All right, ma'am. He knows where you live right now, and so if we grant non-disclosure, that means only going forward. You understand that, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, then. Is there anything else you wish to tell me at this time, ma'am?
No, I don't think it. Mr. Welch told me I have to take it up with the actual child support side.
Okay.
I think she's
Okay,
mentioning about other things, Your Honor, not
Okay.
not
Not before the court today. The non-disclosure and the pick up and drop off.
Correct. That's it.
Okay, then. All right. Did we order app close in this before?
I will check, Your Honor. No, Your Honor. We don't typically do it in these child support review process ones anyway.
Right. Okay. All right, then. That's the only thing I can take up. These are the only items I can take up anyway. So, all right, this time, then. Anything in closing, Mr. Welch?
Your Honor, just briefly, like I said at the beginning, Your Honor, I would ask the court to make rulings on the exchange location and the non-disclosure, and then about, I guess, since you also suspended his visitation and access, to make a ruling on that. And that's it.
All right, then. Well, I'm going to go ahead and grant the non-disclosure. Shooting somebody in the face is about as serious as it gets. In fact, it's totally inappropriate. I'm not trying to be flippant. So I'm going to go ahead and, based on the testimony of the mother and the fact that he's not here to verify or to deny it, I'm going to, because we give him plenty of opportunity to come back in. Anybody could have found a charger by now if that was the problem. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and grant the non-disclosure, and I will order that the exchange is to take place at the police department, and that's at the location on. Oh shoot, I always forget that one. That's good.
I might be able to help you out there on that, Your Honor. 3304 Community Boulevard, Killeen,
Community.
Texas.
I always want to say the other one. There's the one I'm used to is the one that was downtown forever, but yeah, the one police station, the police department. In fact, that's the one that still pops up on Google as being the police department, and that hasn't been a police department in 20 years. But anyway, we'll go with we'll go with the one on Community Boulevard in Killeen, Texas at 3304. And I'll go ahead and at this time remove I'll reinstate the original order's visitation package. I can't modify it. I can't change it. I got to reinstate it at this point. And but I will grant the non-disclosure, and I will grant the exchange to take place at that going forward. And I don't think this is technically a modification. But I will go ahead and because we're doing the exchange at a secondary location, that he is to give Ms. Williams at least 72 hours advance notice that he will pick up the child, and the exchange will take place at the KPD. Is there anything else that you need on this one, Mr. Welch?
I don't think so, Your Honor. Nope.
All right, Ms. Williams, you have any questions, ma'am?
So I have one question. So if he wants Ashton but does not want Peyton, how do I have that in my orders? He needs to take both.
Oh, ma'am, I can't. The visitation is for both.
Okay.
And I can't give you a legal interpretation of if he refuses to turn it over to one because he won't take the other, because that technically is not before me at this point, and I'll have to look that up. But the visitation is for both children. All right.
Okay.
But yeah, and y'all can do different things by agreement, but it sounds like y'all do not have an agreement. So my advice to you, sir, ma'am, is to go talk to your own legal counsel and get their advice. And obviously, if there's a motion for some type of enforcement, you and your lawyer can take that up and deal with it. Okay.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Again, I can't. That's why I'm saying this one's unusual. But usually these things are done by agreement. But The order says that he's entitled to visitation with both the children. It doesn't say anything about them being individually or together. That's that's left up to interpretation. So,
Okay, thank you.
all right then. Anything else, Mr. Welch?
That's it, Your Honor. And just to reiterate, Your Honor, that original order, it had the standing orders attached to it. So, may I just remove that because they're not even applicable anymore anyway.
All right, and the standing order for the original were there on the agreed to child support review order.
Correct, Your Honor. They were attached because
that wasn't appropriate for them. So that was at that time a final order. So yes, ma'am. Okay, sure, that'd be fine. Yeah, you can remove it.
and I think that's it, Your Honor. I'll get this done.
All right, thank you both. Thank you very much. May Ms. Williams be excused, or you need her back and break out.
Back and break out, Your Honor. It won't take me very long to get this.
All right, Ms. Williams, he wants you to hang around while he gets the new order set up, and good luck to you and both your kids. All right, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
All right, we're
Thank
off the
you,
record.
All right, Miss Williams, let's move you.
All right, who's up next, please?
Your Honor, states we've got an agreement on one of the cases on the docket today. It's gonna be
Just quick. I'm sorry. Just quick second. Let me finish this last docket entry.
okay.
And Bobby, can you bring my client in from her breakout room? I can send her a message and see.
You know, it's weird. Wait, here we go. Let me try it. All right, I'm gonna try it right now.
In the end, the judge takes a firm stance, granting non-disclosure and ordering police department exchanges to ensure safety. The decision reflects how seriously threats are taken, even without the father present. This case shows how quickly custody matters can escalate. Like, comment, and subscribe for more real courtroom drama and powerful legal breakdowns.